Yeah, here we go. Good morning, Facebook and Instagram. Just gonna do one share here on Facebook. Share to a group. Share. There we go. All right. How's everyone doing today? It's Monday. Welcome, those who are tuning in to the start of another beautiful week here in Planet Earth 2020. First off, every Monday or every day, really, you should start with an intention, intention for the day, an intention for your week. Just putting some conscious awareness into what you want to create in your reality. And I find it's very instrumental to creating change in your life is starting to have a focus on the direction you want to steer your ship. So it can be something very specific, like just being more present or being more efficient or not procrastinating. So let's just take a moment and just think of what you want to invoke more of in your life for today, this week, the rest of this year. Less fear, maybe. Okay, so take a moment, just focus on one thing, an intention for this week. I got mine. Okay. And just have gratitude when you match an emotion with an intention or a thought process. It helps. And repeating it regularly help as well. And a lot of people don't realize that this simple shift, spending a few moments focusing on where you want to direct your intention, will really make huge changes in your life. So if you focus on the things you don't want, like, oh, I'm always in a bad situation or I don't have a job, you're reminding yourself of this negative thought process and you're attracting more of that into your life. Whereas when you focus on, okay, what do I really want to create? Even if the negative thought comes up, try to think, what's the opposite of that? Okay. And the first thing I want to talk about today, something that came up, is practice versus play. And what I mean by that is, talking to people who are on this path, on this journey, even myself sometimes, that have this very rigid daily practice. They have a very rigid things that they do in their life. And, I'll give some examples of what remind me of this. And, feeling sort of, I don't know if it's like some form of bypassing, like that is enough. If I do my daily practice, that's enough. But what really is most important is not the practice, it's playing the game. It's now how do you take all that practice you're doing and implementing into real life. So if you're meditating, every day and then you freak out on your kids, that's not really a good implementation. It's using that practice of being present and aware. And now how do you sort of translate that in everyday life when you interact with people, when you're out, is your mind going crazy thinking about things or in the present moment? So it's the same thing for people that do ceremonies and maybe do ayahuasca or mushroom ceremonies. It's like you get all these downloads, you get all this information, you get all these insights, you write them down, you feel like you have this new, awareness. But now what do you do the next day? How do you implement that? Maybe bring some strategies, like taking some more times. Hey, Jerry's. Taking some more time to like say, hey, okay, so now how can I be more mindful? Or if it's like I need to be more compassionate or I have to forgive more, like call someone that you feel you need to forgive and let them know that you made a mistake or you want to make things better. Okay, so practice is important, but what's more important is implementing. How do you play the game? And my perspective on this whole experience, the more things go on, especially this year, is it's a game. Your soul comes in, wants to live this experience on this earth at this time, and you get challenges. And when you play a video game or you watch a movie, there's got to be some scary parts. There's got to be some challenges, or else, what's the point? And I really feel that every single emotion, every single experience, good and bad, is very important, instrumental into our experience here on Earth. They all have purpose, and they all teach us different things about life. So when you're feeling a certain way, it's not good to suppress it. It's good to sort of dig a little deeper and see what's there. Why am I feeling this? Why is this coming up right now in my life? And how can I learn from it, integrate it into my everyday life? And I think right now also is a time of great change. But if you look back at any time in history, there's always been threats of war, plagues, scariness around the corner, the end of the world. So it's this constant dynamic. And I feel like that's the earth plane. It's like this place we come to as spirits or souls, and we get challenged. And our experience here is supposed to be challenging, but it's supposed to also be fun and joyful. And that sort of interplay between realizing not to take life too seriously, knowing that there is something that comes after. I'm a strong believer of that. You might have to come back a bunch of times before you figure that out. But just playing with it, taking a step back and not freaking out too much about all these potential scenarios. And I think that the earth moves through different energies, just as we do. And I think maybe like astrologically that can impact us, where different planet energies are coming in, or different parts of the universe we go through. And we experience these rapid changes. Like when we evolved from apes to humans, they still don't really know what happened. This quick change. So there's an energy in the earth right now that's bringing a lot of shit to the surface. And it's really sad to see how much people are fighting in all over the world. And now all these protests are starting. You don't see it so much on mainstream media. Over the weekend, huge protests in London, huge protests in Berlin, protests all over the world, that people are saying, hey, I don't agree with this, or I want change, or I want freedom. Okay. And so it's important not to listen to what others are saying, but to sort of feel that within yourself. What feels right to me? What do I want to support? What do I want to stand for? And do it in a conscious way. Violence is never the answer, but speaking up, communicating more. And I think this is the process of a big change. We're waiting for this change probably for thousands of years. And I think that, if we all come together and we all realize that we are way more powerful than we believe, and that working together, sustainable energy, no more poverty, clean solutions, income equality, these are all possibilities. All of this is possible. We just have to believe it and start working towards it. These few people that have so much money, like Jeff Bezos, the Bill Gates of the world, that are trying to hold on to the control of that, it's not sustainable long run. So I'm a strong believer that we can collectively create solutions. And I think now this is what's happening. So, hold strong in your heart, set those intentions, and envision the world you want to create. The more people that envision a world of harmony, peace, sustainability, of a clean, renewable earth, we can create that. We just have to focus on that it's possible. When we're seeing on the news violence, fighting, and that's in everyone's mindset, it starts just recreating that reality. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. How you guys practice that daily, and just take a few moments every day. It's like, what's the world I want to live in? How do I want to feel on a daily basis? And what role do I want to play? How do I want to be a part of that? What can I contribute on a small level? Because everyone's small contributions in their community, showing compassion, showing love, helping others, makes a huge difference in the overall situation. Few more things. I'm planning to go to Costa Rica, so I'm learning Spanish, which has been a lot of fun, using an app called Duolingo. So if anyone's got any sort of apps or games or things that I can do to help learn Spanish, I'd love. We've got the whole family we're learning, so we're trying to learn together. And it's been a lot of fun. I recommend planning a trip, but trying to learn the language. So you can go there, you can actually connect with people on a deeper level as well. So that's been a lot of fun. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, we got a new breathwork certification coming out for those of you who want to learn how to facilitate breathwork. And you live in the Toronto area, send me a message. We're going to be starting in October, 2 groups. It'll be 2 weekends. So even if you don't live in Toronto, but you want to come over, there'll be an initial weekend, and then about 8 weeks of online learning, then another gathering for the final certification. So if that's it, guys, I don't know if you got any questions. Today's a bit of a short one. Just a few things I want to share. I hope you guys are all doing well in these crazy times. But again, I think it's a time of great change. So be that light, shine your light, help others, help people feel safe, communicate, compassion over violence. And I will see you guys next Monday. So stay tuned, say hello, drop a line, let me know where you're from, and in a comment on this video, just say name and where you're at. I'd love to know more about who's on here. Sometimes I just see the number of people watching, but I don't really know who's actually here. So please say hello with a message. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Thanks, eRock9. If you can put your name, that'd be great.